Hey. So I'm laying in bed. First of all, I've always wanted to do like a blog, but I don't have any friends and I feel like people wouldn't like me like that. So I figured I would just do this for myself and just kind of like talk. But I was laying in bed tonight and sometimes I'll feel like kind of lost. Like not anywhere near where I used to be, but just kind of in that moment or in that day or in that hour, whatever it is, I just feel like I'm treading water, like just not going anywhere, but you're treading and you're just barely floating. Um, and I feel like in this age and this time that we're in, there's just like this obsession with always getting to the next thing, like moving forward. Like, okay, I made it here, but what's next? And I feel like when we as millennials are in one spot and it feels like we're not moving, it feels like failure. Um, and so I feel like that's what I was really thinking tonight. Just, I have this obsession with not moving. And my best friend will tell me all the time, like, Kiana, you're always doing something. Physically, I'm always doing something. Mentally, my mind is always racing. Academically, I feel like I always need to get to the next step. It's like I can never relax. And so I feel like relationships is always the place where I've been just so stagnant. Like it just feels like I always plateau. And so with this obsession with wanting to move and always wanting to advance and always wanting to get to the next place, where I've been able to do that, it feels like in every other aspect of my life, but relationships, um, it just takes a toll. Like, where you start to look at yourself and be like, not what's wrong with me, because I've done way too much therapy and all that to be over here questioning what's wrong with me, but just why haven't I gotten it yet? Why isn't it here yet? Why don't I have that relationship yet? And so I just was sitting here thinking about that. Because full disclosure, last night it was about, I don't know, I want to say like around this time, 2 a.m. And I'm sitting here and I feeling these feelings was like, you know how you get where you just like, let me hit up that ex. I'm not gonna say which ex, but let me hit up that ex. Me being me, I don't do anything without thinking it through about 5, 6, 10 times. So obviously I didn't do that. But it just was crazy to me, and I'm thinking about it now. This happened last night, but I'm thinking about it now, and it's just so crazy to me that that is so out of character for me. Like, I'm not someone who picks up picks up those pieces from however long ago to bring them into the now. And so it's this obsession with advancing in my head that I would go back and try and make something out of pieces. And it just it just to me is like, why why is it like that? Why is it like that? Because I feel like at this point, it's like, I want to say like 60% of me wants the comfort and the love and the security and the just being around another person that comes with a relationship, but the other 40% is just advancement. And I just want to, oh, that's another check I can check off of my boxes and move on to the next step. Like just checking boxes. And I'm just like, but why? For what? For who? This is a great question. Like, for who am I doing this for? And so I'm glad I didn't text that ex. Because it shouldn't just be about advancement and the next step and checking off a box. I do know what I want. But it's like, I wish I could just have it all at the same time. Like, I wish I could be the girl who's, not the girl, the young woman who's in school and advancing her career and in the relationship and advancing the romantic part of her life and has her family and, just have it all. Because I've never been good with failure or what I perceive to be failure. Which is a great point, is because a lot of my failures are self-perceived. So it's just, I don't know, like, I think that's my big question, is like, why are we so big on advancement? Because I don't know all these answers. And like, again, when I say I did a lot of therapy, I did like a summer of therapy and I stopped. So I probably need to go back, but I don't know. I just I want a relationship for all of the right reasons. As you can see, I'm tired because it's after 2:00 in the morning. But I just had the thought. It's just, I had the thought. Is because like, I just so badly want this relationship, but I was wondering if I really want it for the right reasons, Because the last relationship I was in ran its course, and for good fucking reason. Excuse my language, but why am I saying excuse my language? No one's gonna fucking see this. It ended for good reason. That's just really it. So, like, just something that ran its course. And at least on my part, had I been a different person, it might have ended up differently. But as the person I was then, ran its course. So, with that being said, I just can't help but wonder if I'm the type of person who is even ready for that relationship now. Like, am I even that person? I just be wondering, man, because I have this clear cut picture of what my life is like after all the bullshit and after all the grinding and after all of this, I just have such a clear picture of what my life will be like. And I don't see the advancement in a way that's gonna help me get to this picture that I see so clearly. So it's just like, I don't know. Like I don't know. What's the deal, bro? Like, what's the deal? Because I just want it. Want it. And I think I'm 22 years old, right? I'm 22 years old. And by all means, that is so young. So why do I feel so rushed? I just don't understand why I feel so rushed, because in the grand scheme of things, 22 is so young. And I didn't used to feel this rushed. Academically, yes, I've always felt rushed. I've always felt like, all right, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. A few failures later, and you realize, all in good time, but it's like I never got that wake up call with the relationships. Like, academically, it was like, all right, this didn't go according to plan, but the way God set up, it was according to his plan, and it's all working out for the best for me academically. And I can see that now. When it was happening, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. But I can see it now. But it's like, in terms of relationships, when I was what, give you what now? How are they starting to date now? What, they start dating at like 15, 16? Not me. Mm-mm. Not me. 18? Nope. 19? Nada. 20? That's where I hit it. That's where I hit it, 20. And but even then, I just didn't feel rushed. It's kind of just like, whatever. Do what you got to do. And then 21, all right, we got another one. But again, I still don't feel rushed. I still don't feel rushed. That one ends, and cool. Like, you get through the heartache, the heartbreak, whatever it may be. And now I feel rushed. Like, I just feel like I'm supposed to get on with it, meet the love of my life, check off all the boxes, like we said earlier. And I think that it's just like I said, academically, God had his plan, and I saw it later. But it's like, okay, I'm 22, so my last relationship was about a year ago. Like, that shit ended over a year ago, y'all. Not hurt anymore. It's okay. It's all right. It's cool. We're good. But it's like, whereas academically, I could see a year later, all right, Lord, this is what you did for me. Like, I see, like, academically, it was like, all right, I see what you was doing. I got you. I see you. I got you. Romantically, it's just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And so, I, 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 I guess maybe, I don't know, waiting until it's not even 40% about advancement. Because, like I said, right now it's like 60% about wanting that relationship and wanting to share my life with somebody else and vice versa. But that other 40% is about advancement. So maybe, I don't know, it's about waiting it out. Maybe I'll feel differently. Maybe it'll take another year. Maybe it'll take another year after that. I don't know what it's about. I don't know. But what I do know is it's so crazy to me how we change. Because a year ago, I couldn't have had this conversation because I don't think a year ago I understood that for me it was about checking off boxes and advancement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think a year ago I could accept the fact that who are you really doing this for? Like, so the thing is, it's like I understand it per se to an extent, but I just from what I understand and from the taste that I got from relationships, I give myself in everything, every aspect. And so eventually, like I can be a very closed off person and a very reserved with my feelings. But eventually, I just give myself to everything. And there's a lot of people like that. And it's a scary world for people like that. And so I think what's so frustrating for me is that I know I can love somebody and I know I could be loved. So for me, it's just frustrating that I'm just not at that point. The universe doesn't think I'm ready, which is cool. Because when I'm ready, I'm going to be ready. But I don't know. I don't know. I just. I also know, though, that shit hits you when you're not looking for it. It hits you hard and it hits you fast. So, looking at my glasses here. I need to stop looking for shit. But that's my talk for today. Advancement. Is it all a game? Like, are we just competing? Who are we advancing for? Like, what's it all for, really? Because I know, like I said, I know the life that I envision and the life that I want. And I don't understand this obsession that I have with having it all and having it all right now at 22. So I guess what I'm going to be working on is having a little before I have a lot.